Hey, everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins, history, and collecting, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about something many collectors overlook, the UK 20 pence coin. You might think, it's just 20p, right? Well, trust me, some of these coins are worth way more than you'd expect. Alright, let's dive in. Here are the 4 most expensive and ultra-rare UK 20 pence coins that could be worth big money. You might have one of these hidden in your collection. Let's get started. First up, we have the 1983 20 pence coin. Now, this particular coin is one of the most sought-after rarities among UK coin collectors. Why? Well, in 1983, the Royal Mint made a significant error during production that turned this otherwise ordinary coin into a coveted treasure. Here's where things get interesting. In 1983, the Royal Mint was meant to use a new obverse design for the 20 pence coin, featuring a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But instead, they accidentally used the wrong design, the one that was meant for the 1982 coins. This error led to a very small batch of 1983 coins being struck with the 1982 obverse design. So, what's the big deal? Well, the fact that only a small number of these coins were struck with the wrong design makes them extremely rare today. And rarity is what drives value in the world of coin collecting. A mint-condition 1983 20 pence coin with this design error can be worth up to $1,000 at auction, depending on its quality and demand at the time. The key to its value is how well preserved the coin is. The better the condition, the higher the price it can fetch. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this rare mistake, especially when the coin is in excellent condition. So, if you've got one of these coins hidden in your collection or sitting in your coin jar, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Many collectors hunt for these coins because of the historical significance and the mistake that led to their rarity. A misstruck coin like this doesn't come around often, and when one does, collectors are eager to get their hands on it. While many coins from the 1980s are still fairly easy to find in circulation, the 1983 coin is definitely not one of them. It's one of those rare finds that can instantly boost the value of your collection. So, if you've got a handful of 20 pence coins lying around, or maybe you just found one while going through your change, give it a good look. Take a close look at the design. The difference might be subtle, but spotting the wrong obverse design can make all the difference between a 20p coin and a $1,000 treasure. Imagine taking this coin to an auction and watching the bids climb. That's the power of rarity at play, and the 1983 20 pence coin with the 1982 design error is a prime example of how a small mistake can lead to big rewards. So, next time you're sifting through your spare change, remember, you might be holding on to more than just a simple 20p. You could be looking at a rare, valuable piece of UK numismatic history. Alright, let's move on to the next rare gem, the 1989 20 pence coin. Now, this one is a bit of a mystery. While it doesn't have any glaring minting errors like the famous 1983 coin, there's something about this year that makes the 1989 20 pence incredibly rare and valuable. Here's the thing, the 1989 20 pence coin doesn't have any obvious design mistakes, no reverse die errors or misstruck obverses. But what makes this coin stand out is the fact that only a very small number were produced in 1989. The Royal Mint made fewer of these than in other years, which is why this particular coin is considered one of the rarest UK 20 pence coins still in circulation. In fact, the 1989 20 pence coin has one of the lowest mintage figures in the entire series, making it much harder to find than you might think. For collectors, low mintage equals rarity, and rarity equals value. The scarcity of the 1989 20 pence has driven up its worth in the market over the years. So, if you come across one of these in your change or tucked away in a collection, don't just brush it off. This coin could be worth much more than its 20p face value. A mint-condition 1989 20 pence coin can sell for up to $1,200, depending on the auction and demand at the time. Collectors and numismatists are always on the lookout for rare coins like this one, especially since so few of them were struck. The value of a mint-condition 1989 20 pence can go through the roof, making it a highly desirable item at auctions. When you're checking your coins, take a second look at any 1989 20p coins you find. Even if it doesn't have any obvious minting issues, its rarity due to the low mintage means it could be worth a lot more than you think. The 1989 coin has the same design as most other 20p coins from the time, with a depiction of the UK's national symbols and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse. But the real value comes from its scarcity. Only a few of these coins were struck, making it a piece that's harder to find than any of the other 20p coins from the same period. So, while it may seem like just another standard 20p coin, the 1989 20p is actually a rare find in the world of coin collecting. It's all about the numbers. Fewer coins were made, which means fewer are left in circulation today. So, next time you're going through your spare change, make sure to give a closer look to any 1989 20p coins you might come across. With a potential value of up to $1,200, it might just be the jackpot coin hiding in your pocket. Alright, next up, we have the 2003 20p coin. Now, this one is pretty special. It was part of a major reissue of the 20p coin with a slight design tweak. However, there's something even more interesting about this particular year. You see, while the 2003 coins were meant to be struck with a perfect design, a very small number of them ended up with a significant error. Where things get interesting, some of the 2003 20p coins were struck with a misalignment in the die. This misalignment caused what's known as a double strike error. Basically, the coin was struck more than once in slightly different positions, which resulted in two overlapping images on the coin. Now, double strike errors are fascinating because they're not just a design flaw, they're a unique feature of the coin. These mistakes happen when the coin is struck multiple times by the same die but is shifted ever so slightly between strikes, creating an overlapping or double design. These kinds of errors are highly sought after in the world of coin collecting. Why? Because they're not just rare, they're one of a kind. A double strike coin is literally a mistake that makes it stand out from every other coin of the same year. And when it comes to collecting, uniqueness is key. The 2003 20p with this double strike error has become quite valuable in recent years. Depending on the condition of the coin and how noticeable the error is, these coins can sell for up to $900 or more at auction. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these in your collection or even in your change, don't let it slip by unnoticed. The misalignment might look subtle at first, but these coins are becoming increasingly desirable among collectors, and their value can go through the roof. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins like these because of the unique characteristics they possess. A double strike coin isn't just another piece of currency, it's a piece of history with its own story to tell. Whether you're just getting into coin collecting or you've been at it for years, finding a 2003 20p with a double strike error is like finding a hidden treasure. And remember, this isn't just a small error, it's a rare mistake that could end up in your pocket as a small fortune. So, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when you might come across a coin with a little extra something special, and with a potential value of up to $900, this could be your lucky find. Alright, let's wrap things up with one of the most exciting finds for collectors, the 1993 UK 20p coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This coin is a true collector's gem. Why? Because it has a very special error that makes it incredibly valuable. If you've ever come across a 1993 20p coin, you might want to take a closer look, especially if it seems a little off. In 1993, the Royal Mint made a rare mistake during production. A small number of 20p coins were struck with what's known as a reverse die. This means that the coin's design was literally struck upside down. Normally, the design is oriented the right way up, but in these rare instances, the die was positioned incorrectly, resulting in a misstruck coin. Now, finding a coin like this with a reverse die is incredibly rare. Imagine a coin where the design is completely flipped. It's not just a slight mistake, but a full reversal of the intended design. And that's what makes these misstruck 1993 20p coins so valuable. To the untrained eye, these misstruck coins might look like just another 20p, but if you know what to look for, it's easy to spot the mistake. The Queen's portrait on the obverse and the design on the reverse are both flipped upside down compared to the intended orientation. Now, let's talk value. These reverse die errors are extremely rare, which is why they command such high prices at auctions. Some of these misstruck 1993 20p coins have been sold for around $1,000, depending on the condition and the demand. Collectors love these kinds of error coins because they're not just rare, they're unique. There's no other coin like it, and that's what makes it so special. It's a one-of-a-kind piece of history, and for many collectors, that makes it worth every penny. If you come across a 1993 20p coin with the reverse die error, you've found something truly rare. Even though it's not something that happens often, it's definitely worth holding on to. These misstruck coins are treasures in the world of coin collecting, and finding one can feel like winning the lottery. So, if you're lucky enough to stumble upon one, make sure to keep it safe. You could be holding on to a valuable piece of UK numismatic history. How to identify rare and valuable 20p coins. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I've got one of these rare coins in my collection? Here's what you need to look for. Look for obvious design errors, like double strikes, misalignments, or reverse dies. Pay attention to the mintage year. Some years just had fewer coins minted, making them more valuable. And of course, always check the condition. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Having a magnifying glass or loupe is a must when you're checking for errors or unique markings on the coin. Conclusion. So, there you have it, the four most expensive and ultra-rare UK 20p coins. From minting errors to low mintage years, these coins can fetch some serious cash. If you've got any of these coins, or if you find one while going through your spare change, remember, you might just be holding onto a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. See you next time.